Hello and welcome to The Beautiful Game. My name is Mike Messikeno. It's a pleasure to be here, and the pleasure is here for a number of reasons. Just before we get into that, Sam and Toyosi at the house with me. Good morning, guys. How are you doing?
Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning, Toyosi. Good morning, Mike.
Yeah.
Good morning to our viewers.
Good morning. Very big one. And it's a special day because on the 19th of November, that's 3 days back, 2022, we had the first episode of The Beautiful Game.
Oh, no wonder you were flooding my timeline with your status. You're just disturbing me. Every time I check status, I just see Mike has posted something. Mike, no wonder.
Yes, because you see,
Yes.
something, this show has done a lot to me.
In your life, yeah?
If I talk about the show, maybe let's
know.
we have a short video, yeah, just to celebrate 3 years. Yeah, let's show that video and let's talk about why this show has been so impactful for me and why we're celebrating today. We're celebrating all our viewers. We'll open the phone lines today and we'll have a lot of conversations with you. But it's been 3 years, 3 wonderful years so far. Let's take a look at this short clip to celebrate our 3rd year anniversary. Good morning and welcome to The Beautiful Game. It's the ultimate TV show for football enthusiasts who live and breathe the sport. And football, or soccer, as some of you might call it, is more than just a game. It's a passion, a way of life, and a global phenomenon. Now on this show, we'll take you on a journey from the world's biggest tournaments to the local grassroots level.
You don't mess with Nigerians. If you are going to go into a battle with Nigerians on social media, I'm very sure you're going to bow down to pressure.
Look at Trent. What about Trent? Trent, for the last 1 year, English fans, English press, English journalists, foreigners, everybody is going to be there. Go and look at a Trent post on this thing. Best defender.
You pass.
They even go as far as bringing throwback of Trent.
Each week, we bring you the latest highlights, scores, and updates from around the footballing world. This is quite a very big one. Manchester United will be up against Arsenal this particular weekend. It's going to be the 9th of March, Sunday, tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. at Old Trafford. What are your expectations for this match?
Well, to be honest, it's an away game for Arsenal.
I think it's going to be an Arsenal game. And I'm just not calling it, but based on the recent performances.
It's like a battle of trajectory because Benamoin has actually come up to say he might not field his main players.
It's an opportunity for even Mikel Arteta to, get a revenge. Manchester United knocked Arsenal out in the FA Cup on penalties.
Yes.
From the glamour of the leagues in Europe to the passion of the African leagues, we'll bring you everything that you need to know about the sport. We are not just about the games themselves, we'll also dive deep into the personalities and stories behind the sport, from the coaches to the players who make it happen, and finally to the fans who drive it forward. We'll explore the drama, the triumphs, and the heartbreaks that make football such a compelling spectacle. So join us on The Beautiful Game as we celebrate the artistry, the athleticism, and the sheer joy of football. My name is Mike Messikeno. It's great to have you this beautiful morning. All right, man. It's been 3 years, man. And I think I've had the best family. I want to appreciate every single person. Now, a number of people are not here. I was expecting all of them to be here, but due to different circumstances, they are not here. In the course of now till the end of the month to celebrate. But I want to first of all start with Sam. Sam has been a brother even before here. I'd known Sam, and coming up here, something about this show is that football kind of unites us in such a way that we are. There's that bond, and the bond has been very strong. A number of the things I've done is because sometimes when I don't feel like doing some things, when I look at Sam and the others, there is that ginger. So it's an ecosystem, and I want to appreciate you, Sam, for being along this journey with me. You've been with me from the beginning, even before TVC here.
We'll be together.
Yes,
even
before,
now,
exactly.
Yeah.
So Sam has been that one for me. Then to Tigel here. My Tigel is an amazing personality. My new name for her, I cannot say it here. And that thing has caused some friction, but you know something about Toyosi here. Sometimes they say they say something, the prophet is not recognized in his own village. Sometimes when something is in you, you don't recognize it. But you see, for me, I'm not like that. I know the value she has. I confidently say, I don't always, if I'm not somewhere, I don't hype myself, but I know that on this show, I have unarguably, maybe some people might want to argue, the best female sports analyst this continent has in Toyosi. From our videos, when we put up on YouTube, you see people even outside the country, South Africans, they say, look, Toyosi is amazing. Even the last video we put out, they're like, beauty and brains. She is just, she's amazing. She's amazing. She is.
Giving you the flowers right here. We're giving you your flowers right here.
I don't have to, it's not that thing now because of saying I know this person and I tend to know. No. Toyosi is top of the pile. No matter what you have there, I can confidently say that the team of analysts we have here can take on any set you have anywhere. Best guys. To the other guys that are not here. Yes, exactly. Toyosi Afolayan, who of course will be at AFCON for us. He had to be unavoidably absent here. But maybe we might call them and see if they're available, if I get them through Zoom or something and see if they can talk in. There's Hafiz Ogubanjo also. These are the mainstay. Other guests have come at different times, but these ones I just called have been the mainstay of this particular show. And every single one of them, I have a story with every single one of them that I appreciate. Now we'll take a look. Let's take a look at. There's a slideshow of the first show. A number of the crew members that were there, who I want to recognize, and I also want to shout out here. We'll see some of them quite very soon. The one very person I need to shout out is Shegun, who was Shegun Peters. You can see him there from your screen there. He's at your right-hand side, far right. Shegun Peters was the first director of this show. Shegun was not just a director. Shegun is a director and producer. You know, of course, Shegun don't japa. And he also sent something to celebrate with us here. So I want to give Shegun a shout out there. You can see by the other side there. Let me see. Okay, at the far left, there's Alaji. That's Alaji. Alaji people. That's Kazim. Who something about Kazim? There are a lot of times when. I've had people that when I felt discouraged, they would tell me, no, there's something here. Kazim is one of those
make
people.
It work here.
Yes, Kazim will always come and tell me, no, this show, there's just so much potential about it. So one person, sometimes he just come and tell me, look, let's do this. From the beginning, made the show happen. So I want to very much appreciate Kazim for all he has been, to me personally and to the show from the beginning. If we still look down there, there's D1 there. D1, of course, is our gaffer in charge of lights and all of that. You can see D1. D1 also very, very strong. He has been there supportive. You can see Olamide Oshofa, who of course was the supervising producer, great part of this show. And of course, there's my guy there, Hezekiah, of course, who is also light there. Great guy, great one. That's J1. J1 is also there. This was the first show. That's J1 there. Who's that person the other side there? Let me show that. That's my head of camera unit there. That's Lakeside, Mr. Lekon. Mr. Lekon, of course, being there also. This was some of the crew. It was not everybody. But this was some of the crew for the first show, the very first show. Of course, that's Bulu Omoni there and Hafiz Ogubanjo, who were there for the very first show. I want to give a very big shout out to them. And, thank you, all of them, for being with us so far. And it's 3 years. It's been wonderful. Yeah. We'll celebrate. We'll cut cake. We have something here. But they would also take calls a little bit later. We'll have all of that. But let's get into what we're talking about today.
Congratulations to
us. We don't change that to
I said, hope it's not we're doing.
We're doing show pass. Not see.
There was a time that we used to do burger. I remember, right?
That bread.
We used to do burger.
It didn't make sense. The time he came, they will not move to Ewagoy. But now we're not there. Now, see what Isla lost for us now. I did jollof fries. What's that?
We're doing pasta. No, we're doing pasta.
Pasta? Which pasta?
Pasta, Alfredo pasta.
How can you put milk inside
It's
spaghetti?
Not milk.
It's
coconut milk. It's not just normal milk. It's coconut milk.
Put milk inside spaghetti.
Don't just say milk. Coconut milk. This man, I'm trying to touch you up.
No. Ewagoy for life. We'll stay with Ewagoy. That's what we'll stay with. But there's a lot of other people also. I'll give a shout out to the crew. That'll be at the end of the show that have also been with me here supporting us. No, I don't have to wait till the end of the show. Let me just start giving
Those
a shout out
behind
now.
the scenes,
Behind the
making sure
scenes
the
now.
show
Let me
is
first of all
good.
start with someone I call Smart Money.
Smart Money.
Smart
Yes,
Money, my
sir.
director. She's a very, very, of all the directors I've worked with, I think that with Smart Money, I have the most chemistry. It's easy to work with her. She understands. Even though there are times when I've not set up some things, she's always there to like,
And
she doesn't think that.
she has this spot on.
Exactly.
Yeah,
she's not thinking that,
yeah.
oh, Mike didn't get this thing ready. No.
Sometimes we talk about some things here that we don't have the assets ready, and then she just like, we just see that she pops up.
Exactly. So big shout out to my director there. And of course, a wonderful shout out to a woman I really admire. She calls me pastor, but she has stopped calling me pastor now. That is Mrs. Adubari. She's the one that's the pastor.
Yeah.
Maybe because I stopped wearing all the time. I wish to wear Ketsu that time. But of course, she's my vision mixer, and she has also been a great supporter, more like a mother to me. Always one word. There are few words, but she's always, always been there, always been supporting us, and I really appreciate that and all of that. On sound today, I have Chamberlain. Chamberlain is a music producer. Also, by the way, he's a music producer, and then he's also in charge of sound here. So when we do performances on Wake Up Nigeria, Chamberlain is the person at anything sound. Chamberlain is your man when it comes to sound and all of that. Anything sound, Chamberlain is your man. No, when I cut this video for YouTube, I'll cut their picture and put it there. You see all of them. Sheiks also for sound. Sheikh Najo, very great guy also for sound. People that have been there also with me. As they come, I remember all of them. I just want to talk about the ones that are here now. The one and only Pastor Debo. He's up there. When Thomas was trying to put me through something today, IT, people think, when we talk about tech and IT, tech and IT is where we are now, but you see, when you look at back end, it's not easy. A lot of things are made easy. You see Canva, you see things you make easy, but these are people that do the back end, and it's hectic. It's not easy. Back end work, back end. So a big shout out to the whole team when it comes to IT. Shino, Kola, T, Tunde, a big shout out to all of them. Debo is out there. And then also a big shout out to now, I disturbed him this morning to set up my Jeep for AR. That's talking about Donatus. Don, I call him the Don. OBO. Donatus, a big shout out to you. Thank you for always being there, for me personally. Even though things, are always there, he's always there and pushing out. And then, to other people, big to my guy, the Chelsea, Taiwo and Jumo, those two Chelsea, anytime Chelsea lose, the first two that I will drag any money, Monday money, like this, it has to be Taiwo. Taiwo is an amazing, my floor director here. A big shout out to him. And also another Taiwo here, Taiwo, we don't work like this. That's also my DOP, my cameraman here. Great job. Something I love is about how, in spite of everything, no matter what happens, they always find a way, giving us the main support that we like. I know this is long. It's not every day we get to do this, but across the show, anyone we enter my head, I'll remember I will shout out to everybody that needs to be shouted out to. Okay, but let's just get to it sharply. Nigeria, let's talk Super Eagles. Super Eagles. The last time we were here and we spoke about the Super Eagles, we were getting ready for playoffs. Last time all of us were here, we're getting ready for playoffs. But it so happened that in spite of the high hopes and everything, as it happened, we got to the final of the playoffs. That's talking about the African system, and we lost to DR Congo. A lot of people will say expectedly. For me, I'd given up hope. In fact, Toyosi, you were the one that even, you try to say, no, we need this. Me, I feel that it's a good thing Nigeria is not going to the World Cup. I will tell you why. I feel like it's a very good thing. Maybe one of the best things that happened to that we're not going to the World Cup. But it so happens that there's been the fallout from Nigeria missing. There's been heat on the NFF, as expected. Then there's been also heat on the players. That strike, people are still talking about it. Yes, there's nothing wrong to fight for what you need, but the question is, was the timing right? What are the lessons to be learned? Now Nigeria is not going to the World Cup. A World Cup that would probably have 10. At the way it's going, we might get to that World Cup and we see 10 African teams. 10. And Nigeria is not part of that 10. In a 48-team World Cup, 10. I think it's when the World Cup starts that it will dawn on us how bad it was.
Really? If it didn't dawn on us in 2022, why should it?
No, I mean, for the fact that it's an expanded World Cup.
Yeah, I get
48 teams.
It was 3 before. Increased to 5. So it's not as if it has not been increasing for a while now.
And from when it was 3, we're there.
Yeah.
We were 5, we're there.
Yeah, 94, we were there. 98. And then 2002, we were there. And then we missed out in 2006.
And
we did 2010, 2014. And then we missed out again.
No,
we did 2010.
We did 2018.
We did 2010, 2014, 2018. Now we missed out 2022 and 2026. It's the Super Eagles.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, congratulations to Dr. Congo. Dr. Congo has done a good job. A lot of things can be said about this side. They got 25 points during the qualifier.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't, they didn't just stumble on this. 25 points during the main qualifier. And if not for how brilliant Senegal was, they should have qualified. In fact, they had more points than the top team in our own group.
Yes.
So if you're looking at a team that deserves this spot, then DR Congo is the team.
Yeah.
Nigeria, I just have to repeat myself. So a lot of people had called me, you are being a pessimistic and all of that. I mentioned this over and over again. I never saw us getting to the qualifier, to the playoffs. I thought we were done and dusted as far back as March.
Yeah.
And I've already given up hope of us going to the World Cup. But then the miracle happened that then we got a playoff spot and we couldn't just progress from there. Like you said, Mike, I'm also happy that we are not going to the World Cup. Not happy against Nigeria that not being there, but then the fact that we do need to do some reflection. We need to know that magic doesn't happen. Morocco didn't just get to be one of the first teams to qualify because it's Morocco. Ghana didn't just qualify because it's Ghana. DR Congo is not getting this spot because it's DR Congo. We cannot always run and expect miracles to happen. We went to three managers during this qualifier. The first one, Pesero, drew 2 games that we shouldn't be drawing. This tournament itself, this qualifier itself, took us about 2 years to prosecute. And in that 2 years, it's shown that we are not prepared. Yeah. The first 2 games against Lesotho and Zimbabwe, we drew both games. We saw how that has cost us right now. Then, yes, Eric Shell did well in his time. We had Finidi who also didn't do too well. We used 40 players across the qualifier. Francis Uzo was the first goalkeeper that played in those 2 games against Zimbabwe and Lesotho. Now Francis is no longer in the team. Nobody knows whether he's coming back. But over the years, 360, over 700 number of days, yes, we couldn't get one of those 10 spots or one of the main 9 spots.
9 spots.
To be at the World Cup. Even Italy is complaining. Some countries are complaining that they've given Africa too many slots. Yeah. But even still, we are not part of that team. Nigeria, giant of Africa. This is football, our national sport. If there's anything that we should know how to do best, it should be football. Over 200 million people, we cannot find 25 players that can prosecute a World Cup qualifier to play against Zimbabwe, Lesotho, Rwanda, Benin, South Africa, to get a spot. So it's a shame on all of us, but it's also something that we do need. And I hope that this is the time that we have government. We have, they said there's no Ministry of Sport right now. They call them Sports Commission. We did actually do something about this. What we are seeing with Morocco right now, the under-17, under-20, the women, it's a project that started 10, 15 years ago. Yeah. So we need something like that too. We saw that even with France as well. I remember after the debacle that happened in the 1990 Italia 90, that's when they came about with Clairefontaine. Yeah. In Italy, they have something like that also for coaches, Coverciano, where the coaches are being trained. Yeah. We have NIS here. The NIS is dead. We don't have coaches. The NIS used to be at the National Stadium. It's dead. So our football need a lot of... In fact, a lot of people need to just leave the sport. A lot of people. And a lot of people need to be clear away. And they shouldn't get close to it because they are doing little or nothing. People are trying to look at the fact that the guys went on strike. But why should we be having that in 2025? As far back as year 2000, I saw the interview you had with Yak. Yak was saying what he faced in year 2000 in Sydney Olympics. Yeah. 25 years after, we are still facing the same thing.
But Toyosi, you've spoken to Lise, you've spoken to Yak. They spoke about how it was that time. Yeah. It has not gotten better. But you see, there was something Olise has said while we were speaking to him about how, in fact, there was one time when he mentioned that he had to use his card and pay for bus. He said he drove.
They drove
boss,
some,
Ikpeba, and
drove,
coach.
Yeah, it was the Olympics.
Coach Bonfrey.
Yeah, Bonfrey Joe. Yeah.
They were driving bus
96.
after paying for their the newer players. I know that these things are there, but irrespective, could they have done better for themselves, as these older guys did, right? Should they have done better?
You know, that's the same song I've been singing for a while now, and it's always sounding like I'm being too harsh on these guys. Yes, the NFF is bad. Yes, the administration has not supported or done better, but at the same time, the NFF or the administration, none of them will be the ones to play on the pitch. None of them would. Administration changes power. Somebody is here this tenure, 3 years, 2 years, you leave, right? But you are the one donning that shirt. You're the one, your name is being pronounced in the stadium, right? You call out your name is on that team sheet, and your name is also in history that, yes, you were part of people that qualified for the World Cup. I remember something that Olise and Yak said, that they wouldn't know how it feels now. Give them 5 years, 6 years, maybe when their career is done, they're done playing football, maybe in 10 years' time, and then they sit back. And all everybody can think of is, oh, this guy played for Napoli that time. Oh, maybe he registered, played for Fulham. But for your nation, how would you remember, how will you be remembered in your country? Oh, you qualified for 2 World Cups. These are the benefits that the likes of Olise are enjoying. I remember when Olise was in the country and I was with him.
Tell us that story. You gave that story. Listen to it.
I could not believe. There was one place where we're eating. We're having lunch after recording one of our episodes. So we went to have lunch. And this guy has been eyeing us since he was eating. He finished eating and just kept waiting because it would be rude of him to come disturb him while eating and wanting to just have a conversation or whatever. So when he was done eating, he came over and he said, I've been waiting for you guys to finish eating. And he said, sir, I must buy you something. And he was like, we're just eating. Can't you see our table? Like, we're good, you know, another. I said, no. He said, okay, just buy drink. Maybe just, you know, I can't mention name, but just buy drink. I was like, no, it's not expensive. It's too cheap. I'm telling you, and that's not even the half of it. And he was like, Olise was like, don't bother yourself. Because Olise didn't let him buy, you know, something expensive. This man just started on, when you guys were in Lagos, I would leave office or I would leave my Oga's place. I'll come over and come and watch. I remember when you guys went to Abeokuta, the Obasanjo farm, that's a place where they were training.
They were using as camp.
They were using as camp. I would go with you guys. I remember when the soldiers would tell us that 2 o'clock is when they'll close the gate, or the crowd, there won't be time. And there was no food. But these guys would travel with the Super Eagles on maybe with bus or on foot, go everywhere they go everywhere they tour. This man was narrating something Olise witnessed himself. And Olise could not pick out any lie or anything he exaggerated there. It was spot on. You will know that this person has been following the Super Eagles. That was when the Super Eagles were the Super Eagles.
Yeah.
That was when they meant something to us. That was when they gave us joy. That was when they gave us hope. That was when they gave us that confidence that going into any tournament, even if they may not win that tournament, they would do well. They will go far. They won the Olympics. Their set won the Olympics. They won the AFCON. They didn't win the World Cup, but they did their best. In 1994, we were ranked 5th, or
yes.
1995.
1994.
Now we find ourselves 38th.
In fact, I still remember that World Cup where we were the second most entertaining team. It was an official title after Brazil. I will never forget. You see that 1994 World Cup? I'll never forget Italy match.
What was his memorable, experience at the World Cup as a Nigerian, and even for Nigeria? It was their first game against Bulgaria. He said they were nervous. They were nervous. Every one of them were taking turns to go to the restroom. But
we are here. Like we are here.
Yes. But
Edwin has been playing the World Cup qualifier since the 50s.
That was nerve.
Wow.
He said nothing was coming out. They were just, taking turns, going to the restroom, but nothing was coming out.
I still remember that Yekini.
And he scored a goal. And he headed onto the net.
He said, but the moment, he said they were, because of nerves, their legs could not even string 2 passes together. But after a while, that they were able to connect 1-2 passes, and who scored the first goal now? Trying to remember his name.
Rashidi.
Rashidi.
Yeah.
When he scored that first goal, the confidence that came, because we know what we're capable of doing. We've got our talent. Amokachi, you have Olise in the midfield. You also have Finidi George on the wings. You know, they were just a side where no matter the challenges that, you know, came their way, they were just able to overcome.
JJ would take out his card. And
Yeah.
How many times did JJ pay?
In as much as it's wrong,
and that's the thing.
Let's not encourage
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
It's
It is
wrong.
right, yeah,
Because
agree.
as recent as how many years ago, Mikel Obi
Mikel
said
Obi was still, yes,
the same thing.
and look at we saw the drama where they were telling that no, you didn't pay, and yes, he said he paid. You saw all that, you know, drama online where they were attacking each other, and this one was saying you didn't pay the complete money. Oh no, you paid for flight. Oh no, you paid for hotel. Like, why are we messing ourselves up? It's just an embarrassing situation. And I was going to say something before you asked me that question about Olise, and that where we are at now is a revelation of how the country is.
Okay.
It's a testament of how the country is, where we are at in sport. And it's not only just sport that is suffering. Every sector is suffering.
Yeah.
Every sector. We're just talking about sport because that's our industry, that's our domain right now. But every sector is suffering because the state of the country is not even improving or encouraging any sector to do well. It's really that bad. You're owing players for, in fact, it's since 2019, but let's forget 2019. Let's hold on to the last 2 years, right? We also have presidents, administrative personnel that we can't even tell what is your job designation. What do you do exactly? What do you do? How do you contribute to this office or this post that you are holding right now? It's a lot.
Not going to this World Cup, will it change anything?
Will it change anything? Okay, first of all, there are a lot of Nigerians that is going to World Cup. Their destiny in quotes is tied to this American World Cup.
Even us, somewhere or the other, we are connected.
No, I'm like, there are people that have, and I saw a few persons that were crying. And it's a genuine cry because they had planned with this World Cup.
Now.
You understand what I'm saying? Going to this World Cup.
But even if we're going business-wise, brands, let's leave with journalists now.
Yeah.
Brands will feel bad because this World Cup, aside from Qatar, that was also very beautiful, that was like, we missed out on something, you know, lovely, that the economical value. But US, Canada, and Mexico,
with the population, the population of Nigerians in those places.
You won't get it better than
now
this.
You mentioned economical value, I just remember one
You
person.
won't get it better than this.
I remember one person, I think I have to call him out, Amaju Pinnick. I remember Amaju Pinnick, the two World Cups.
The bilateral relationship, right?
Yes, that we have with Qatar.
When they asked him that about Qatar qualification, he stood up. He said, can you imagine bilateral relationship? And this was the man leading our football.
This false confidence that they always have. They also said, one of them said the same thing.
He's the same person.
He said
went up
it's not possible. How can Nigeria not be at the World Cup? Are you going to play the football?
He said the US has Nigeria has the most educated
diaspora,
the most educated migrants in the US.
And
you think that we're not there at the World Cup?
Are they the ones that will play the football? Are they the ones that will come help us play the football or do the right thing?
If our administrators are talking that way.
But at the same time too, let's now talk about the boys. It's your legacy. Whether you go for, I was at the World Cup, 1 World Cup, 2 World Cups. It's your legacy, it's your story. And in the midst of, you cannot, I understand that it's wrong, but it's not every time you come out and say, oh, the administration was so bad, that was why we didn't qualify for the World Cup.
So in this present squad, I think it's only Trusecong and Wilfred
There are
Ndidi.
3.
And
it will be Trusecong and
they have been to
World
World Cups. So there's a chance that some of these guys will never play.
Because
even our best player
is towards its...
at least Ekong has played. Even our best player, talking about Victor Osimhen, is going to be 31 by the next World Cup.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows whether it's still going to be...
Ademola Lookman should be 32 by
who knows whether it's still going to be that player to make the World Cup?
Yeah.
So how can you have this talent? I mean, how can you have this huge talent and also do so much with your club and all of that, but then no World Cup? And this brings me to another conversation we're likely going to have with Erling Haaland, qualifying Norway for the World Cup for the first time.
Since 98.
In 27 years.
Yeah.
We're going to have 2 discussions when we come back. Should Eric Schell leave the position? Because he was brought in for qualification. We have AFCON in less than 30 days.
In 29 days.
29 days. Should Eric Schell leave? And really, the Super Eagles is basically a one-man team. But that man that we are on, is he world-class? Is he as much as a lot of people think he is? We'll take a very short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll still take a half time to take your calls, but that will be all after this time out. Good morning and welcome to the beautiful game. It's the ultimate TV show for football enthusiasts who live and breathe the sport. And football, or soccer, as some of you might call it, is more than just a game. It's a passion, a way of life, and a global phenomenon. Now on this show, we'll take you on a journey from the world's biggest tournaments to the local grassroots level.
You don't mess with Nigerians. If you are going to go into a battle with Nigerians on social media, I'm very sure you're going to bow down to pressure.
Look at Trent. What about Trent? Trent, for the last 1 year, English fans, English press, English journalists, foreigners, everybody is going to be go and look at a Trent post on this thing. Best defender.
We pass.
They even go as far as bringing throwback of Trent. Each week, we bring you the latest highlights, scores, and updates from around the footballing world. This is quite a very big one. Manchester United will be up against Arsenal this particular weekend. It's going to be the night of match Sunday, tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. at Old Trafford. What are your expectations for this match?
Well, to be honest, it's an away game for Arsenal.
I think it's going to be an Arsenal game. And I'm just not calling it, but based on the recent performances.
It's like a battle of trajectory because Ben Amorim has actually come up to say he might not field his main players.
It's an opportunity for even Mikel Arteta to, get a revenge. Manchester United knocked Arsenal out in the FA Cup on penalties.
Yes.
From the glamour of the leagues in Europe to the passion of the African leagues, we'll bring you everything that you need to know about the sport. We are not just about the games themselves, we'll also dive deep into the personalities and stories behind the sport, from the coaches to the players who make it happen, and finally to the fans who drive it forward. We'll explore the drama, the triumphs, and the heartbreaks that make football such a compelling spectacle. So join us on the beautiful game as we celebrate the artistry, the athleticism, and the sheer joy of football. My name is Mike Messi Kenor. It's great to have you this morning. Welcome back to beautiful game. Now let's talk about it, Eric Schell. Of course, I don't think, but there's been that talk that he's been the best manager we've had in the past,
Of the 3,
4, 5 dispensations. He has not lost a game in regulation time in 90 minutes. He has not lost a game in 90 minutes. Should he, of course, I don't think that discussion is a strong one, but should he be the person moving forward? Pre-AFCON, after AFCON, should he, Eric Schell, does he have what it takes? I mean, should we think of local? Is he better than Finidi? Is he better than what Egavon gave us? Is he better than Amunike? Is he better than Ulisse? These are people that have been coaches and past players who have been coaches and all of that. What has Eric Schell done to this team that we can say is a step forward than when we had local coaches?
Okay, so I would think, 29 days to the tournament, you don't want to fire your coach, but then it's not something we haven't done before. So, it's not something we haven't done before.
People are fired inside tournaments. That's how Ivory Coast won tournaments.
Yes,
they fired inside tournaments.
I remember Spain. There was a coach that started the tournament and they fired him when he was talking about
Lopetegui.
And he signed for Madrid during the tournament and let him go. But then, definitely we don't want to do that with Eric Schell. And that's the fact that why we can't do that is because we can't afford it. From all indication, he is also being owed the same way they are owing players.
Yeah.
How many months has this spent?
Imagine how long it took us to get him a permanent
to get him as well. Yeah. So I think it was 2 weeks to the qualifier. That's when he was appointed or so. We appointed him late after waiting for several months. But what he has done with this team, in comparison with the guys he met, it's a bit, it's all right. And I would want us to let's give him that time to play the Nations Cup, and hopefully, since we got to the final for the last one, maybe we go further this time and get to win it.
We should leave him.
But then, for Super Eagles, I think we need a coach that is way level above Eric Schell.
Yeah.
Yes, we do need that coach. But because we haven't found our footing right, I'm talking about the FA, we haven't set our house in order. Because We can't get, for example, a Zidane. We can't get to attract a coach like that with the way we run things. So because we run things haphazardly, we do things a lot of ways that proper coaches are not going to take. That's why we settle for a coach like a Richel. So at the moment, we can just leave him to go ahead. But when the government and the NIS are ready to take sport as a major part of this, or a major sector in this country, and we want to start doing things right, then coaches like Eric Chell, at best, will be coaching our youth grade.
So you know that I'm of the opinion that we should let him go, based off of what was in the contract. He was hired to qualify Nigeria for the World Cup. He failed at that, but yes, you want to give him benefit of doubt based off of his records. 14 games, 10 wins or so, 2 draws or so, and all that. He has been decent. He has done better than Finidi and Pesero for the World Cup qualifier. But the reason why I'm still skeptical about Eric Schell, aside from the fact that he is an inexperienced manager, he's quite inexperienced based off of other managers we've seen for the national team, even in Africa here. I think handling a national team for him now should be like less than 4 years, like Eric Schell. Even when he handled the Malian side too, it was just 2 years or so, a year.
Less than 2 years with Mali before we got him.
Before we got him. So we got an inexperienced manager, but yet maybe promise for the man, or he's building his CV, he's learning on the job, right? But for the Super Eagles, we need somebody more than learning on the job. If the best thing we have now is to go back to foreign managers, and when I mean foreign, I'm talking about fellow Africans. I'm talking about foreigner. Somebody, when it comes to coaching, is up there. Like, that is his calling. That is something he has done for years, and he has also produced, good results.
We can't get a coach in the likes of Thomas Tuchel.
Exactly. Someone that coaching has produced something.
Look how Tuchel is doing. To the extent that Bellingham is scared of his place in the squad, and they can't talk. I was shocked, and he said, and if England had this kind of a coach during that Lampard, Scholes, Gerrard era,
probably.
Because everybody wanted to play all the superstars,
I get
find a way to feed them. So, but he's saying that all of you can't play. You're not going to. There will be no balance. He said, I said it clear. I cannot have Kane, Foden, and Bellingham in one team.
Yeah.
Very simple. Kane is a 9 that's like a 10. When I hear pressure, I pull Kane back. I get other pull forward. It won't work if I have Foden, and so I agree.
We just need a very, very good manager, because look, a very good manager would address the problem we have right now. Let's leave administration and everything on the pitch. Because one thing Eric Schell has done, aside from the good results in terms of form, winning games, he has not lost in 90 minutes and all those blah blah blah. He has not solved what others have failed to solve, which is the heavy dependency on Victor Osimhen. A coach knows how to diversify. A coach knows how to play as a team. No doubt, great nations have one standout player, but that doesn't mean that standout player would also rub off on the team, that when they are not there, they won't do well.
Everything goes all right. All right. Okay, we'll take a very short time out now, commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back for the final lap of the show. All right, welcome back. It's the final lap of the show. We're going to crash a lot of things into this final lap. We have our cake here. It's already here.
Yeah.
And it's our happy 3rd birthday for the beautiful girl. We'll be cutting the show, the cake at the end of the show to wrap up the show this morning. But yeah, that is it. You'll get to see a nice shot of it. We'll get to see it very soon. But yeah, let's wrap up on that discussion with Eric Schell, and let's move over to Eric Schell's allegation very fast. Voodoo. Shay, jazz, they work. Just prayer. If I let's look at it both ways, prayer or voodoo. Does the spiritual affect football? I want short answers from you. Do you think, because we pray, when match ends, the team holds together, we speak in tongues, and all that. We had pastors come out that day, casting and binding anything that will stop us from going to the US. Is voodoo, where is the place of spirituality when it comes to sports?
When it comes to sports, I think there are, but then it's not, there's no finality to it.
Yeah.
As you can say, yeah, I have prayed, and then you just feel, oh, I'm going to win this game. It just like the same thing with the voodoo thing.
Yeah.
The fact that you've got out your otumokbo, you put it by, we've seen this in a lot of African games, that they put the otumokbo by the post, so that they bowl. All of that, yes, I think they've got their limitation. Because just like every other thing in life, you have to do something with your prayers. The good book says,
you pray and you walk.
pray and you walk. That's it.
Yeah.
Walk and pray. In fact, walk comes before prayer. In that line.
Your thoughts?
The spirituality part, I think it's just the human angle where, just like you mentioned, you do your own part, which is the hard work, and leave it to faith, leave it to the gods to maybe make things align for you, or just let luck smile on you. Maybe luck. I don't know about voodoo. I don't know about when you pray and fast. And I think it's like an African thing. We're so traditional that we believe in some of these mundane things. I remember even the Olise and the likes, they had their experience too. I think it was not Senegal in 2002 or so.
2002 World Cup. And Mali 2002.
Okay, is it Nations Cup?
I think, yeah, the Senegalese side, where they also went to the goalpost side or something.
Yeah, I think I remember that particular game. Yeah.
So it's not just now.
It's not just, there's one experience I will not forget. 1994 Nations Cup, Nigeria versus Ivory Coast. Remember Michael Basuli? He scored 2 goals in that match. They said our team, ask Koli said this question, they said we went into the Ivory Coast dressing room, that they took all our players, they nailed their picture.
Yes, it was only Olise's picture they didn't nail because he had malaria.
I know that story. They said Yekini, they put Yekini and Moka, our main guys. Yes. They nailed the Ivory Coast. I remember Babasuli. I will never forget that guy.
Was it Ivory Coast or Senegal?
No, this one was Ivory Coast. Okay. Ivory Coast. It was that nation. I think it was played in Ouagadougou. That Nations Cup.
His picture was not there because he was sick. So
they nailed their pictures to the wall. You know?
Yeah.
I still remember because, you know, and
they still chopped beating. Yes, they still chopped beating.
They still chopped the beating.
94 Nations Cup, right? Wasn't that Tunisia 94?
Okay, Tunisia 94. Yes, Tunisia 94 and all of that. You know, you see, so we are all agreed that, look, yes, no, we are not denying spirituality.
You see, this is also the inexperienced part on Eric Shell. And apart from the inexperience, he's also too emotional. We saw that meme that was viral during that AFCON last year, where they were pouring water on his head. Like, why?
Okay, you know what happens now?
He's so, he doesn't know how to keep
manage
himself
things
together.
And it goes, he was
actually ready to go and fight
it was not a matter of ready to fight.
Bench.
He was face to face with
we have seen as well.
The staff.
And we all saw the game. DR Congo were the better side, especially from the second half up until the end of the extra time. So
they managed the game well.
They got what they did, and during the qualifiers as well.
Yeah.
They scored more points than Nigeria. So it's not like that. That's what we talk about the work. And before all that, your whether voodoo or tomorrow or juju, with them work.
All right, very, very fast. Let's take one call. I'll not call the number. You see the number. One call. We'll take one call to celebrate our 3rd anniversary, our 3rd birthday. We'll take one call. Let's see now. We have 2 things. Let's talk about Osimhen just very fast. You know, there's been that talk about Osimhen, and we know him. Osimhen is basically the leader of this team. Without him on the pitch and all of that, but is he really at the level of Erling Haaland and Harry Kane? Because that's the conclusion now. In fact, a number of people tell you, we put up on our post that look, we should not because Osimhen is a black man. If it was a white man, that Osimhen is on the same level. Those are the words to use. As Erling Haaland and Harry Kane. Is he really on the same level as Kane and Erling Haaland?
The numbers, it's differently. Fortunately, they both, the 3 guys play for club size. It's not just the fact that the country they play for. So Osimhen currently play for Galatasaray, probably the current champion of Turkey. He has played for Napoli. He has played for Lille. He has played for Charleroi. And all of that. So you make that comparison with the numbers of a certain Erling Haaland, from Moda to Salzburg to Dortmund to City, the numbers are there, and they don't compare. So it's not about the fact that he's a black or white or yellow or green right now. What are the numbers saying? Erling Haaland is a goal machine. In fact, if you put him at which club in this country, Erling Haaland will score goals.
score.
He'll find a way to score.
Erling
Will he
Haaland is
score
if it's about
on a
goals.
Tuesday evening
will score.
in Ikene? Let's take this call. Let's take
Anything else he
Moses.
might not do but goals.
Let's take Moses. Hello, Moses. Good morning. Hello, Moses. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, talk to us, Moses. You're live. Moses, we'll take another call. Thank you very much. We'll take another call. That call is just one, like I said. Let's just take that one call.
So let me just quickly add it to it. Harry Kane, Spurs not winning trophy it did not disturb his numbers.
Yeah.
His numbers were consistent. I remember when Harry Kane was introduced into Tottenham. At that time, they had Adebayo.
Yeah.
They had Soldado.
Yeah.
They had about 3 or 4
Janssen.
strikers.
Janssen.
Victor Janssen. Like 3 top strikers. And then Redknapp was over like, all of you are not. And then he brought him in.
It wasn't of Villas-Boas also. Pochettino. Pochettino.
Was it Pochettino that
Pochettino.
gave him his debut? And that was it.
He started from the Europa League. And,
And the guy just became the number one.
League. Yeah.
He had seasoned strikers right ahead of him.
Ahead of him.
And all his Spurs. But also with Harry Kane, you are probably getting a defender, a midfielder, and a striker in one.
Great
That
guy.
is what he does. Watch him at Bayern.
Yeah.
You see that every single time. And so, yes, Victor Osimhen is a great player, he's a great striker, but
He's not at
on
that
the
level.
It's not on the level of either
about
Haaland
great player.
or
No.
All right.
he's a striker. Because definitely is going to be my
Let's take
top
this
10
one call.
strikers.
Let's take this one call. Virus, is that the name?
Yeah.
Go ahead, talk to us.
Yes, thank you very much. Eric Shell just messed up. You know, we are supposed to make it to the World Cup, but the boys didn't play well at all. The boys didn't play well. Even the midfield, Ndidi and all of them, they didn't play well at all. It was just total messed up. You know, the DRC boys played well better than Nigeria. It was so painful. We just couldn't eat that day. We believe our boys. We have the boys. We have the capacity.
You didn't eat.
to World Cup.
You didn't eat that day. The players that I talk about, they ate too. After the match, they ate. But I understand you. Thank you so very much.
They didn't give us the work we needed.
At all. They didn't. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much.
God bless.
All right. So, T, what the whole Victor Osimhen thing, I think we should all put it to bed.
He's a good player.
Yeah.
He's a good striker.
Yeah.
Compared to these names you mentioned,
Yeah.
the numbers are just way.
The numbers are there.
They are just too much
I thought
for Victor
somebody-
Osimhen. When he was scoring for Salzburg, don't forget this guy wasn't on the under-20 World Cup.
they scored
for England.
9
He
goals.
scored 9 goals in just one game.
That's a Osimhen at the under 17.
That's
his
his
tally was
total goals.
8.
Yeah.
Also, 7 or 8.
And this guy announced himself to the world that way. I already knew Terminator was coming. And for Dortmund, even though they were not winning trophies so much, he was scoring goals. It's very first season. In the league, everybody shouts the best league in the world, the toughest league in the world. They don't give you so much space. He scored 36 goals, breaking both Mohamed Salah, Cristiano Ronaldo, and
Harry Kane, Aguero.
Harry Kane did score 30 goals.
Like Gerrard, who was the
Luis
record?
Suarez.
No,
It was Ronaldo that started that
there was-
record with 30 goals, followed by Luis Suarez.
Okay.
Then Mohamed Salah made it
Mohamed
32
Salah.
or
Okay,
33.
Andy Cole. I think Andy Cole.
Andy Cole.
Yeah.
That's one point.
He broke
Imagine.
the record.
Erling Haaland's poor season was last season.
Last year.
And he still scored up to 20-something goals in the league alone.
That's
So what
over
are we
30
saying?
in all competitions.
So what are we saying?
No, it's simple. Look, I feel some people would say even top 5 he might not get into it.
I'll give him a
top-
Osimhen in the last 2 seasons or a season and a half, he has improved his game.
Very
Especially
much, yeah.
footwork. I've noticed it in terms of holding up play, in terms of bringing other people into the game and all that, or even doing something with his feet. It's not always about running, trying to chase the ball, or always using your head. He has really, really improved. He knows how to play the ball well now. He comes in deep, picks up the ball and all that. But in the same class as Harry Kane and Erling Haaland, not yet.
All right. It's been a great show, guys. I thought we could do Europe, but we don't have the time
of course.
to do that. But just
We
very
don't
fast.
have much to do. Just Arsenal, Tottenham.
Just very fast, before we go. Just very fast. Liverpool will be up against Nottingham Forest. Of course, Arsenal will be up against Tottenham Hotspurs. The EPL, just rush over, Arsenal are still tied to contenders. We expect them to pick. Mikel Arteta has come out now to say that, yes, this is the first time.
Even if it doesn't come out.
Yes, come out to say it.
Even if it doesn't come out, it's not serious. Of course, this game against Tottenham, they know that City are behind them. They're chasing them. 4 points in the Premier League is just like 1 point.
Yeah, one match.
And it's the day after City's game.
Yeah.
So they know that whatever City do today, they have to also counter and make sure that they continue to
They do
stay on
better.
top of table.
All right,
Arsenal need to be careful. Spurs are yet to lose a game away.
Yeah,
But there's also Debbie de la Madonnina this weekend as well.
that's how you see.
Yeah, the Debbie della Madonnina, that's of course Inter Milan versus. It has lost its luster of years back. I remember the days when, if the Debbie della Madonnina, when the two line up, out of those 22 players, in the fifth pro of that year, maybe
Probably
half of it is fifth pro. All those two things, but Italy doesn't have that.
but the Italian Serie A has dropped
not,
so
no, it's not
bad,
like that
yeah.
there where it was, But yeah, big shout out to all of that. So guys, it's been a wonderful time. I don't know, maybe we just come together. This is our wonderful,
right, let's do
our
this.
wonderful anniversary.
Let's cut
anniversary
our
cake.
Happy birthday
Yes,
to
happy birthday
See our fine cake.
to TBG.
the beautiful
The
game.
beautiful game at 3. So we'll just say TBG and cut it down, Jerry.
Okay.
Just put your hand. Just
Oh, yeah.
put your hand.
Okay.
Just put your hand. So
Who is going to count them?
Sam, just count.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Kazim.
Somebody should do from the
And then you come up, we just count
I like the
ourselves,
Kazim.
Jerry. Okay. But I said we do countdown. I'll just repeat the countdown. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday.
We said we're going to
Happy
say
anniversary to
TBG.
TBG. 1, 3. Thank you so much for supporting us all through
Yes,
this show.
thank you so much. You guys have been awesome.
Thank you,
Your
thank you.
views,
We love you.
your likes, your
Yeah.
comments,
Your
your
comments.
comments,
Yeah.
everything. We love
And
it.
particularly our WhatsApp
Community.
family. Yeah, I don't know.
Big shout out to all of you. It's been a wonderful time. Thank you so much, guys. Why you shake me like this? I don't trust you. All right, we'll see you next thing. Bye bye.